until about 5 minutes ago, I didn't know where I was going. Weather conditions don't look that great. It looks kind of chilly for the majority of the day, and then there's also the wind chill factor, because it's not exactly plain sailing with regards to the wind. And even though I felt like I had some unfinished business at Davidskraal, business that I couldn't conclude because of swells, it was just too flat last week, I really wanted to go back there today with swells that looks a little bit better, a little bit more working water. But my word, I can't get myself to pull that trigger. I really wanted to go, and my mind was reasonably set on it up until about, let's say now, 10 minutes ago. The problem is, from between 12 and 2, it looks as if the wind is going to turn everyone with a rod in their hands into kite surfers. Ask me to wade neck deep into flat water that is 5 degrees, and I'll do it. The one place where I really do draw a line is having to fight the rod to stay upright while angling. Where would I rather go if I'm going to have a short day? And like I said, 10 minutes ago I changed my mind. I'm not going to Davidskraal today. I'm going to reserve that for a different day. I'm heading off to Macasa. I've got, for the first time this season, I have some red bait with me and quite a few mussel, little bit of choker, and lo and behold, we found sardine. So I have 2 rods with me. I'm going to give it a good crack, attempt to catch some sort of late season cobby and possibly a galjoen or 2. Stick with me. It's me and you today, baby. Keep me company, and I'll promise I'll show you everything I possibly can, even some of my rudimentary bait presentations. And if I'm doing anything wrong, let me know in the comments. I don't take offense to advice and stuff being given. I mean, I'm still learning. It's a journey, you know. If you feel that I could have done something differently, by all means tell me.
I just wanna be in the zone. You know, in the zone. I just wanna be in the
I just realized I'm about to make my 3rd cast, and I don't have any water in a bucket to wash my hands before I cast. That's a big no-no. That stuff is rank. Alright, let's go get this bad boy back in. I had to quickly fix my leader line connection to my main line because the knot seemed a little bit too big and it was slapping through my eyes. So I had to make an emergency repair to that before I do damage to the rod. need to aim a little bit left because there's a breeze from left to right. There we go. There's already a stiff breeze. Not so stiff that you can't fish. And immediate action. I need to have eyes in the back of my head right now because I want to rig this rod now, but there's plenty of action in the water and that rod behind me is ticking away. Interesting story about this combo I've got here. A while ago I was fishing with an Okuma Wave Power Pro 3 to 5 ounce. It was before I even knew what 3 to 5 ounce meant, throwing 2 ounce sinkers with it. Then one day we fished here at Macasa and I found that when I finally found out you're supposed to be throwing 4 ounce sinkers with it, even 4 ounce sinkers were washing around. So I went to the shop, fishing specialist in Goodwood, and I asked them for a rod that's not too expensive, but that can throw something a little bit heavier, maybe up to a 6 ounce. They recommended this one, the Cerro Samaki 13'8", 5 to 7 ounce Adrenaline. Now to be quite honest, I knew Adrenaline made fishing products at that point because I already had an Adrenaline reel, a Blue Surf. It was okay for the purpose, but you kind of knew the moment that thing touched salt water or sand, bearings would be gone. But I also knew about the Adrenaline rods like the XXX, and they were good value for money. So when they gave me this one, I didn't really know what to think of it. Then I found out it was probably one of the top of the range rods that Adrenaline ever brought out at the time, but it was discontinued. That was the only one left in the shop. So I took it for a massive discount. Fast forward to about 2 weeks ago, I can never have enough reels because if I decide to go fish off the rocks and 2 people are with me, I need to have reels that's small enough to accommodate the smaller rods. If I decide to go do big surf fishing and throw big baits, I need to have big rods with big reels up to 14,000 reels. So I got this one, Adrenaline Swage 10,000. Serves 2 purposes. Just in case you want to do some fishing off the rocks, this will do it. And it can double as something that can maybe fight in something bigger. So unbeknownst to me, I created an Adrenaline setup. Who knew? Okay, I'm back. This is what I wanted to show you. One of my Tigerberg Rock and Surf Club mates make these. Beautiful little dingle dangles. You may even have seen them in the shops around here. Demon tackle. Nice little dangle. Not a big one. I didn't decide to take the big one. I just wanted to take one with a slow hook at the bottom. So now you can create a dangle for the cob, but you can also put a little bit of bait on the bottom one, or just use the bottom one as a safety net for the peckers. It's beautiful. And I'm going to be throwing this one out now to see what comes back. Look at that. Now I can pack this thing and get it out. I'll bring it back when I've done the baiting. Okay, I'm just going to show you what I do here. I'm going to go straight up pilly on this one. Small little wheels because it's not a huge dangle. But I really do want some of the stomach pieces. Okay. Also don't need a huge tentacle. That'll do just fine. The angle's not that big. So, you need to be so careful with the cottoning now, because of that hook at the back. Really do a number on you if you're not careful. Hey, that's it. Let's see how this goes. Let's get it. Hey, Oam.
Huh?
How are you doing?
Good.
You sure? Where's Bomb?
Nothing.
Nothing yet. There's lots of bites in the water. Lots and lots of bites. But I'm a little bit upset right now because I could have gone to David's Kraal. Right now there's almost no wind, and this is not what was predicted. I mean, it's now 10:30. I probably could still drive through there, but I don't know. It's a bit of a trek here from Macasa over there, and I mean, considering where I come from, it's a massive trek back in the afternoon when you're tired and you're sleep deprived. I should have just gone this morning, man. Right, I'm making a last cast. The water's not dead. There's plenty of bites and thumps, but everything just gets stripped and nothing's coming out. And so far, I haven't seen a single fish come out so far. So there's either a crap load of pickers in the water, or the fish is just more than content to keep pecking away at the bait until it's gone without grabbing the whole thing all at once. That's a lack of cast into the wind. I mean, the wind did pick up. And the fact that I can still get it out as far as I did with this adrenaline setup is amazing. Okie dokie, it's not too late. It's 1:30. Tide turned about an hour ago. Theoretically speaking, I could have stuck around a little bit longer. It was such a frustrating day. The weather was so good up until 1 o'clock. I may just as well have gone to David's Kraal, and I would have probably stood a better chance of catching something. That said, every single cast I've made, there was bites and thumps. Every single one of them. There was a period where things quietened down a bit. I think that was probably about an hour or so, half an hour to an hour before full load, right about the time that I made the spot move. But even there were vibrations on the line, but nothing taking the bait. I did double my chances of catching something. I didn't have dangles on both lines. I had a dangle on the one for a miracle cobby, and I had a straight hook, smaller hook on the other rod, and I was throwing everything out on that thing, from red bait to choker scratch bait to mussel to fish, you name it. And everything got chowed. Nothing was left alone, but nothing came out. It's surreal, I'm telling you. It's as if I'm jinxed. I shouldn't be at the water. If I came fishing only to catch fish, I would go hungry. And I would have given up a long time ago. But thank goodness I'm not doing it just to catch fish. I'm going to construct a sabiki with small little hooks. About 7 hooks in a row. With a 4-ounce grab sinker at the bottom. And I'm going to throw that out and see what the hell these pickers are. That needs to come up. If it's just a bunch of bait fish, you know what, then I've got bait that I can go freeze at home. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. Please, guys, like and subscribe. If you like anything that I'm doing, even laughing at me for blanking, don't really care. Just like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.